Hello, welcome to Regis and Kathy Lee Live. I mean, Daryl and JJ. We're here to talk about a couple of propositions that are on November 6th ballot that affect homeowners. These are very, very important propositions that are going to affect all the homeowners out there, mostly the elderly homeowners. There's Prop 5 and Prop 10.
Yeah, and so Proposition 5 it would basically allow transfer of tax base to a replacement property, anyone 55 and older, and Prop 10 is regarding rent control.
So let's delve into the details of Prop 5. So Prop 5 basically is addressing Prop 60 and Prop 90, which were passed years ago. Prop 60 allowed a person that had owned their house for years and years to transfer that low tax base to their next property, but there were certain rules. You could only get up to 105% or less, or 110% or less if it was within 2 years. And you had to be in the same county, so you could sell a house. It was for those people that lived in their house for 30 years, just went up in value a lot, and then they wanted to sell, but they couldn't because their taxes would go up so high, their property taxes, they couldn't afford to move. Prop 60 allowed them to move and keep their low property taxes, but they had a lot of rules with it. Prop 90 allowed each county to determine on whether or not they were going to cooperate. So before, I remember years ago, we had people in Orange County wanting to go to Riverside County, and they couldn't do it because Riverside County wasn't cooperating. Now Riverside County is cooperating. So what Prop 5 will do, it'll make all the counties cooperate. If it does pass, all the counties will cooperate in California, so you can go move anywhere from California to anywhere from California and transfer your tax base.
Right, and it also allows not just 55 and older, but it's also benefiting disabled people and any disaster victims.
So what before it had rules. This will broaden it up and allow a lot more people to do it. So before, let's say I'm going to use 500,000 because it's easy math. Before, you'd have to buy something for, let's say, 500 or less, or 525 or less, or 550 or less. You could, if you saw something for 700 that you wanted to move to close to your grandkids, you couldn't do it. You could do it, but you have to pay your new high property taxes. So now what Proposition 5 will do, it'll allow you to move anywhere in California. You're going to transfer your low property tax, even if the property is higher than what you sell your property for, and then you just pay the difference, the higher property taxes and the difference.
So the people that are for Prop 5 are California Association of Realtors, and then also the Howard Jarvis Taxpayer Association, AARP California, and California Chamber of Commerce. And then the opponents of Prop 5 are the California Democratic Party, the California League of Conservation Voters, League of Women Voters.
Okay, so the opponents of Prop 5 claim that the state collectively would lose $1 billion in taxes per year. I'm not sure where they come up with that because the new person that buys the person that's been in that house is going to pay a lot higher tax, but right. This is says cuts will affect teachers, fire protection, emergency, senior services, parks, animal shelters, health and human services, and other critical services. Yes on Prop 5 will affect 85,000 homeowners would now be eligible today to make a move and make it affordable for them. Thousands of households on the market to help supply, so it should help supply. I mean, we're talking about housing shortages, even though we're not really in a big housing shortage right this second, and allows seniors to downsize and move near their family members. I mean, a huge percentage of my clients, the motivation for them moving is to get closer to grandkids, the gravitational grandkids. So that's Proposition 5. Proposition 10 is rent control. It repeals Costa-Hawkins. Costa-Hawkins prevented cities from applying rent control to buildings built after February 95. Proposition supporters claims that will make housing more affordable. These are supporters by having local government control over your house. Costa-Hawkins was mainly responsible for the housing crisis where landlords can raise rents to level unaffordable to the working class, which of course the market typically would take care of that, but I might be revealing too much of myself, so I won't talk about that. Proposition 10 supporters are Housing California, Tenants Together, California Coalition for Rural Housing, Golden State Manufactured Homeowners League. That's a league.
Nurses Association, Teachers Association, Healthcare
National
Workers.
Union Healthcare Workers, Homes for All. Against Proposition 10 is American Seniors Association, Apartment Owners Association of California, Asian Americans in Commercial Real Estate, California Association of Realtors, California Small Business Association, numerous chambers of commerce, and anybody that is alive. No. Arguments against Proposition 10. Housing crisis is a supply issue, and Prop 10 will actually worsen the supply. Discourages construction projects. Discourages homeowners to convert homes into rental, affecting low-income housing.
You did great. How about the market update for September 2000?
Market update for the local areas. Okay, market update. Here's some good, interesting numbers that everybody needs to know. I feel this is the most important number, frankly, to evaluate the market conditions, and that's inventory. I mean,